The content, views, and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the producer and do not necessarily reflect the view and opinions of the City of Bremerton, BCAT, their officials, or their employees.
Welcome back to Real Talk with DMJ. Well, you know, the show is about my personal life. It's about me. And first, I want to go ahead and welcome my guest and thank you for returning back again, Neiahmaya Chapman.
Thank you for having me back. It's a pleasure.
And I want to welcome this. Thank you. You're welcome. I want to welcome to the show. We have brought another guest on, and Tiffany Turner. And so I want to welcome you for coming on today.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a pleasure you being here. First and foremost, I wanted to share this with everyone. Tiffany is being trained to go ahead and take my place. I'm teaching her and connecting her in the community to do the things that I do. I'm putting in self-care, and this is my self-care, is finding someone to go ahead and replace me. And so she'll be for the next months. I don't know how many months until I feel secure that she's gotten it all. Will be taking my place and learning and getting to know all my partnerships and them getting to know her. So, and I'm really excited about that. I have to take some time off, and I don't know how long. So I believe in a legacy, and I've taught many, many others to do what I do, and it didn't work out. So, and this is my niece, my blood niece. So just let my audience know I'm excited. I had to turn to family. I'll never forget Yolanda Montgomery always said, don't forget family. And by going through what I just went through, I had to take Yolanda Montgomery's advice and turn to family. So this is why my niece has been with me for several months now, learning the case management piece. But God spoke to me and everything, and so I can do self-care and start taking care of Deborah to ask her to go ahead and move into my place. So I'm excited about making that movement, and I need it badly, and I have to do it.
Yes.
So anyway, welcome back to Real Talk with DMJ. I'm just glad to have, you don't know, her being excited about the position. My little cousin Neiahmaya, the changes and that are coming through her life, the excitement and the movement that she's making. And them guys being very supportive of me, especially of the mean girls of the tax that I've been under, you know, since 1987. And that it's a nonstop. Some of them have made it their mission. I didn't know I was that important, you know what I'm saying, to these individuals. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you've all worked with me, been with me, you know, for years. And, you know, that's not my makeup. You know what I'm saying? I even in the office at Survive and Change, Hope 360, I always tell I'm not your friend here. As you guys know, y'all know, I'm not your friend here. It's business first. And that's just how I am. You know, we all do things differently. We all have different makeups and how we do things, you know, and I just do things differently than other people, and they hate me for it. You were sharing earlier your experience of one of the haters and you didn't even know.
Yes. So I was just going about my day. I was actually celebrating my goddaughter's birthday, and I had ran into one of the haters, and they were doing what they do best, hate and spreading negativity, and without giving any regard to who I was to you or how dear you are to my heart. I just allowed them to get it off their chest because it seemed like it's something they needed to resolve internally in order to feel secure about what you do.
Well, did you know this person, and was it this person at work and you're in the line?
I got called up to check out, and I wasn't expecting this conversation to turn about, and I wasn't really responding to the negativity either. I just kind of did what I needed to do and left. But being there and experiencing that firsthand kind of put things into perspective of how much work you are doing and how many people you are helping. Because for me to just be on my regular day and for people to think about you on a day of Christ, on the day of Christ, of God.
Yes.
You should be thinking about God. You shouldn't be thinking about what Miss Deborah's doing and how many people she's helping. Yeah, that's great, but what are you going to do? Like, besides hate, you can't keep hating on everybody. You can't keep
I think
hating
we
on
all
people.
need to find our own purpose in life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've been like Tina Triplet, tried to send me to jail. You know what I'm saying? Over that, turned me into Child Protective Services to the Bremerton Police Department. And that didn't even pan out. And I mean, it didn't go anywhere. You know, Valeria, she was there when I met with them. And all they could say to me, and Bishop, I hope you understand. No, I don't understand. You didn't even look into the situation. And then I still work with the family to this day.
Yeah, I noticed that. Some of the details she had shared was saying you had been helping their family out.
Yes.
And that's how the conversation began, was expressing the help that you give, even when you're at your low points or right after your low points. You're still engineering and still working to help these people and your brand and your organization. So then your organization can still be something. And like you said, you have your legacy to continue. So all the footwork that you do in the community isn't so then you can say, haha, I'm doing this. It's so then grandchildren's and great-grandchildren can also get that help and also feel like there was somebody out there who cares, and there's someone who still cares. And I feel like a lot of that is what people want, but since you are the person who is delivering it, they have this urge to hate it, and there's no point to hate it.
Well, let me share this with you and with my audience. When I came back here, and so I was at a funeral, and Walter Charles had took me to a family funeral. I believe it was Uncle Albert had passed, and we were at the funeral, and I was talking and to Pat, and I was just sharing with her. I hadn't seen her because everybody knew I was gone to Oklahoma. And I was sharing with her, I was so excited about my kids graduating. We're the Jackson family, you know, the graduating family of 2004, me finishing my master's, my son, his bachelor's of science, my daughter, her bachelor's of art, and then my other son from high school on his way to college. So, and I was sharing that he's down at, Portland, going to school there. Yes. And so I was sharing that, and I was talking, and Danny Shedwin comes by, and he overhears this, and the first thing he says, how did that happen? That was not supposed to happen. That tells you where our minds are when we think that we're at a certain status in the Black community in Bremerton. That was exact words. And we all just stopped. You know what I'm saying? So everybody, even at church, everybody, they have status. You know, they put you in this group and this group and this group. Don't even know your works.
Yeah.
Really don't even know you as a human being. They've put something in their own head and made up. And this is, I had one person tell me, I know your story, but you really don't. You know, did you know my mother married a child molester? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Did you know I was raped? You know what I'm saying? Did you know we used to sleep 8 in the bed? No, you didn't. You weren't even there. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. And you didn't know. You know what I'm saying? You might have known I was out there slinging, right with your significant other. You know what I'm saying? But you don't know. And I still believe in helping people. I remember when I started out, there was no other organizations out here in 87. Just like I said, when I started out in 87. None of them. Then when I left, I still was doing stuff here. When Pastor got his first Mercedes-Benz, I sent the down payment. I was still, when the Jaguars went to Texas, I helped with that. You know what I'm saying? I still, even being far away, helped with my community. When one of the hairdressers wanted to go to Dudley, you know who you are, I'm not saying your name, I love you. I paid for that schooling. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want people to know so much that I've done. You know what I'm saying? But they want to pour salt. It's like they're angry because I helped them.
Yes.
Yeah, that's just insane to me. You know, like they're angry, you know, and then here you're doing this, but they don't, the people that give you the money and the fundings don't know how mean you really are. They don't know the whole story. And then they really don't know the other side of you. You know, you've come to me for help. I've helped you, but then you're still out here wanting to hold me back and hold me down.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? When I've been going on since 1987. You know, in this community, giving back, doing the damn thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, a lot of people weren't even connected over in Seattle with other organizations. I started bringing Connie Thompson, like Karen Vargas, taking her over, meeting Connie Thompson, doing the interview for one of the Washington State African American Achievement Awards. I started going over there. I'll never forget Don Dudley. Don. They were giving his family was giving him a big birthday party over in Seattle. So I had invited Pastor and his wife. Well, he didn't want to go because I invited him. I don't want her to introduce me to those people. I mean, that was like crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, not her. Just like when the first time Judge Richard Jones came over.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll never forget, it was Commissioner Garrido down in front, and we were hosting them at Bremerton High School. And I was going to introduce, but he steps in like he had known Judge Richard Jones for the longest and introduced them to Charlotte Garrido and them. And I'm like, and it kind of threw Judge Richard Jones off. You know what I'm saying? How that was played off, you know.
Yeah.
And you didn't even know him. You were meeting him for the first time yourself. How you played it off like you were the introduction, like you know, for he can, he's my friend, I know him, let me introduce you to Commissioner Garrido. When he didn't even know who the hell you were. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of stuff like that happens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I started a lot of stuff in connecting people. I have to say this about Dr. Lillian. She goes, that's one thing about you, you believe in connecting people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a problem. I don't connect people and think I own that person. I want to connect that person for they can move up and do the damn thing and do something more powerful than me. You know what I'm saying? We got to fight for our next generation, teach them. And I think along the way, individuals have lost that.
Yes.
I mean, ever since COVID happened, there has been so much animosity and fighting amongst the BIPOC organizations. It's just nonsense. I mean, before then, I'm like Doc Blackwell stated. He said, before COVID, we didn't have all this. Doc's right. Before COVID, all those organizations that came up during COVID
Mm-hmm.
and started going out there and everything, it ain't been nothing but hell. You know what I'm saying? The white people got to choose who I'm going to work with. That's horrible to put them in that position.
Yes.
I'm the head nigga in charge. I said it. Yes, I did. The head HNIC. And that's what they got, you picking sides. And it shouldn't be like that. We have to be in love with our community and want to see everybody prospers, everybody get out of that rut.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes, definitely. And for all that animosity going on and backbiting and so then harass the woman and all that, oh my God, that was a bit much. You know, I really felt sad about that.
Yeah.
You know, how we would come up with all this kind of ugliness on one another, you know, to ruin somebody.
Yes.
You know, I want all of our organizations to do good. Just like I always say, you always hear me say, I wish Jewel would run for office.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I've always said that. I think she'd be better off not with an organization. I think she'd be better in Olympia.
Yeah.
For the people she has to fight, she's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? And I've always said that I believe I shared that with her. I've shared it with Marwan. Anybody, that's what positively I have to say about her.
Yes.
I mean, I think she'd be an asset, you know, for our state.
Yes.
Down in Olympia. You know, she would be. You know what I'm saying? She could run circles around a lot of our politicians we have now.
Yeah.
No, she really can. You know, and I strongly believe in her and believe in that, you know. But I'm just saying, I just want to see our people do more instead of hating on me, spending your time hating and jealousy and sitting at those tables being just ugly.
Yeah.
You know what? I apologize. I'm listening to everything that you're saying. And first off, I want to say thank you for bringing this up because this is a very touchy subject. Us as a community need to stick together. And, haters, they come and they go. But when they stop talking, that's when you need to worry.
Oh.
Okay. And I was taught that at a very young age.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you something to watch. And at the end of the day, I've just picked up reading the Bible. And in the Bible, it says, it's easy to pray for your family and pray for your loved ones, but you have to also pray for your enemies.
You do.
You
and
have
I
to.
remember I was praying for Anthony Ives all week long because I had hatred on my heart and anger, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to be that person. I sent Doug Washburn, I believe, an email or a text saying, I don't want to be that person. You know what I'm saying? And I don't, because I want to make it to heaven.
Yes.
We have, I have a shorter lifespan ahead of me than I do behind me. You know what I'm saying? And we're all dying daily. So I just been praying that God works my heart, and even if the stuff that he done wasn't right, you know what I'm saying? But still work on me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Even if I may talk stuff and everything, when I'm quiet in my quiet time, meditating and talking to God and everything, I'll be saying, don't let me go out here and do this, or make sure, you know what I'm saying, that I do the right thing for Deborah's salvation.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely.
Yes.
Because I was really finna go in hard.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I have to protect my peace
Yes.
and my salvation.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I have to, the ugliness and the dirtiness and the deceitfulness and the spite, is in them. That's them. That's something they have to deal with.
Beneath you.
Yeah, and that is beneath me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That I really need to go ahead and continue to protect my character.
Yes.
But I still am going to be a fighter. I ain't laying down.
No.
No, I ain't laying down, definitely.
Don't got
but,
to.
Thanks for sharing that,
Yes.
Tiff and Nehemiah. But one thing, we do need to come together. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're so quick to make negative judgment. I'll never forget Roy McGinnis, a dear friend of mine. He said, Deborah, you going to bring some Chinese food I always got him every month. And now if you don't, because you know how Bremerton is, you can make up a lie and they'll believe it. Don't let me, because he wanted me to bring some dough, something Chinese with the meat in it and the dough.
Oh, dumplings?
It's not dumplings, but
The gyozas?
there you go.
Oh, pot stickers?
Yeah, pot stickers. He loved the pot stickers. And I was late, and I used to buy him groceries every month, and buy him his little favorite snacks and stuff, and put them at the living quarters that he was at and bring it to him. And I was running late. And he says, now don't let me go ahead and make up something, because you know how Bremerton is. You can make up a lie and they'll run with it and believe it. And there it goes. And then it'll be added on to that. And I'll never forget, Roy used to always tell me, I said, Roy, you crazy. But Roy was telling the truth. Roy was telling the truth. How people have evilness in their heart. And then just like you were saying, when I asked you, had you been to church? You said, yes. I said, I didn't see you on the Zoom when I was watching church. On Facebook. I had church right at home. Remember you were telling me that?
I did.
And yes, and reading my word right at home. And I said, well, that's really good. I was really proud about that. Because we have so many people that's in the church. And that's all they are, in the church. Because Davis, I watch a lot of his stuff. I believe he's a true man of God.
Yeah.
And I follow him on Facebook. And what he was saying, a lot of people are in the church. And they just in the church. And then on Facebook, I saw this church and how the saints were going in the church. As they went in the church, they were falling off the cliff into hell. Somebody had posted that, on Facebook. I go, that was a revelation.
Yeah.
That was a revelation. because we have too many of that people. I had talked to Sanitra. She hadn't been to church in a minute. And she said she was having a talk with Scotty, and she calls him Scotty. We call him Daryl. And she said she didn't feel welcome. Coming to church, people judge her. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
horrible.
Singing her out, she doesn't feel welcome. You know what I'm saying? And everybody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's a human being. She's young. We all make mistakes. Ain't nobody perfect.
It's a church.
It's a place of God.
Exactly.
And also, you're supposed to come as you are.
Yes, definitely. You know, I'll never forget when her and I was having a little friction going on. But I had to be the bigger person. You understand what I'm saying? Plus, I'm older. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to teach the young. And she was walking by, and I had asked her, "Oh, where's the other twin? Mind your business." So the ones that were in front, that were older and even older than me, they all looked and chuckled. You know what I'm saying? But I let it go. You know what I'm saying? Because it was more about her, me loving her, and her loving me, and addressing what is her need. And I had to ask God to help me to see it. All it was, she wanted a relationship with me. She wanted to work with me. She wanted me to love her like I loved her siblings. You know what I'm saying? And so that's all it was.
Yeah.
Me embracing her.
Yeah.
And she's okay. Everybody wants to be loved.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And with me, and you know, she's my number, you know, I have had her on the show. And that's all she wanted. You know what I'm saying? God has blessed that I made an impact in her life. She's made an impact in my life, you know, with the contracts and stuff, with, you know, comments, sharing her story, what she had gone through. That made a strong impact. I thank her and Shantae for being on the show. But a lot of people are just jealous and hating on that. You know, they just want me to shut down. Like I'm supposed to be sick and still shut down, but I'm not. I'm going to fight all the way till the end. I'm going to fight until the bitter end. I love my community. I love helping people. It might be just an addiction that I have, you know, but I know I'm called to do this.
Yes.
You know, I believe and I know that I am called to serve my people. And we're all called in many ways. I see people out there, no one was doing the funerals. Remember how that happened?
Yes.
Nobody was helping nobody with funerals. Now everybody want to help. Everybody. Where were you before? Am I mad about it? No. But you want to jump in when I got everything organized, handling this and this, and take over. You know what I'm saying? And tell the people, don't work with her, work with me. But I done all of it already. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people are really envious and hating. You know what I'm saying? Find your place. Find your place and ask God what He wants you to do.
Yes.
You to do. You know, I've been feeding people for years. For years. I've been going down to, my gosh, for 17 years, the Kelso, to the chicken place every month, feeding people, getting pounds, over 300 pounds of chicken. You know what I'm saying? Taking it to people at the end of the month. You know, I've been doing that. What I'm doing is nothing new. And the people who have started their stuff and everything, they already been knowing it because I might have helped them. And that's how they got the incentive they want to do it. If I encourage you, God bless you. I'm happy for you. But while you're out there, don't pour salt on me. I'm happy that you mimicked what I'm doing and put your own twist on it. You know, I'm happy for you. We got to keep the legacy going. That's what a community is about. It ain't about the mayor. It ain't about the politicians. It's the organizations that make the community.
Exactly.
It's the people coming together to make things better. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's about. Not getting up every morning trying to figure out how we finna bring Deborah Moore Jackson down. How can we stop her? And then what gets me, you know, you take them under your wing, they just get a little bit of it, not the full gesture, and run with it. You know what I'm saying? And could have got the whole gesture of how to do things. You know, if I had several of like 3 or 4 of them do that. You know, you don't even be smart enough to get the whole gesture of it, how to do it, and get and be connected to the fullest. You take a little bit and run with it and don't have the fullness of it.
It's high school. It's high school gossip drama.
That's what I was
beneath you.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
You know.
But I just want to tell them I'm aware of your behavior. I'm aware of your actions. You know what I'm saying? You wouldn't have been able to complete what you completed and done if I didn't help you to start and show you what you done.
And you know what? You should say you're welcome.
You're welcome. Thank you. I said you're welcome. Welcome. I'm just saying I shared my life. You know, everyone knows I come from a family of 13 kids, 12 different daddies, pimps, hoes, prostitutes, drug dealers. And that made me who the person I am today. You know, I'm compassionate to the homeless. I'm not ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not, you know. I am who I am until I see God. You know, and I'm just telling you out there, you didn't try to send me to jail. You didn't pour salt and try to kill me, you know, Roe, Harriet, you know, Marva, and the Suge, Anime, the rest of y'all, your little cliques that y'all sit around and drink with and do the most with. Find something positive. Leave a legacy, not a hater trail, hater tracks, enviness. Check with your higher power. Ask were you right when you did those things. They tried to take the drill team. Marva tried to take the drill team twice. The Deborah Nats and the Jaguars. You know what I'm saying? And look how many years span with us that you carried that animosity. You took it from the Deborah Nats, Deborah-tron community drill team and brought it all the way, to snatch the Jaguars. I mean, not the Jaguars, I'm sorry, the Jag High Steppers. Let me make it correct, the Jag High Steppers. Had a meeting, and they wanted to take that. I went out of town, and if it wasn't for Tovey and Dee going down there saving the drill team while I was in Arizona, they tried to do it then. They ain't gonna have a meeting. They lied and said I was drinking. Everybody know I can't drink and don't drink. But they made that lie up and even had the kids say it. Even wrote letters to the board of New Life. Lied.
sick.
But Mamie Randall, I have to give it to Mamie Randall, and I will always love her. She told me she was a part of that. But you know what? She openly and came to me, apologized, and said what she did. And so I will always
Integrity.
respect Mamie
it,
Randall.
yes.
Then another person I have to respect too is Harriet Banks. Because Harriet, I went and talked to her. We finally got together and talked, and she apologized. You know, and they were true women of God because their conviction. I will always see them and hold those two women in the higher standards of God-fearing women.
Good
You
for
know what I'm
them.
saying? Because they openly apologized and came to close. Okay, ladies, thank you for coming on the show, Neiahmaya Chapman and Tiffany Turner. You know, we can go on and on about this, but I wanted to get in front of the story, the rumors, the haters, you know, that work on daily to do things to me, to pour salt on me, to hold me back. But find your purpose. Find yourself. You know, do that. And you come up with an ideal and everything, I'll support you. I like to say to my audience, thank you for tuning in and watching Real Talk with DMJ. Thank you.